Qué rollo, quiero mandar un saludo a mi amigo Goodfella de parte de tu amigo Jaime Munguía. Un abrazo, carnal. Ánimo.
All right, man, we in here, man. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Let's talk about Keith Thurman justifying and for Mario Barrios fight. Ticket is, or price, people understand the lingo, is $75. You know what I'm saying? Um, so, but let's look at exactly what he said. You got to pay for Keith one time, Thurman, because I fight one time every other time, like Gary Russell. You know what I'm saying? So you justifying first he was pushing free TV, now he's saying things changed and all this, that, and the third. And I'm like, all right, Keith. All right. And then they ain't done no promo for it. He did a little interview with Ray Flores, and that was about it. He ain't done no, he ain't really done no promo. They talking about they doing like the little fight camp series. But they the episode probably ain't gonna drop to the week of the fight. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They put minimal money in it. They know it's not gonna sell. They know it's not gonna sell. But it is what it is. Let's talk about it, man. Here we go, right here. Shout out to Box News playlist. So he says that Thurman defends $74.95 price for the Barrios pay-per-view card on February 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so Keith Thurman says fans shouldn't mind paying $74.75, whatever it is, $95, $75. Tim face Barrios in his comeback fight on Fox Sports pay-per-view on February 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because they'll be seeing the stacked card from top to bottom. The event organizers could be asking for trouble and charging for over, let's call it $75. All right, so the undercard is Josito Lopez Ramos. That might be a good one. Leo Santa Cruz, Kent Cruz, and somebody else. Guggenkai, Fernando Vargas Jr. taking on somebody. Luis Nery taking on Carlos Castros. So, I mean, but he explains the 74, 75, $75 pay-per-view cost. He said, quote, when you are now isn't where you were yesterday, said Thurman to Behind the Gloves when asked why is this fight with Barrios selling for $75 on Fox Sports pay-per-view 2022. COVID, so much has changed in the world. Go buy your groceries. How much are your groceries cost today? Continue quote, you're going to pay about $80 for groceries. Thurman continued and justifying the $75 price for his comeback fight against the recently knocked out former 140-pound secondary WBA champion Mario Barrios, which he wasn't a champion. He, like he said, it was secondary, but it says that, quote, you're going to pay about $40 putting water in the fridge. You're not. So if you're going to talk about prices, I'm going to put my political hat on and start talking about the value of the U.S. dollar. I'm going to start talking about the bubble gum isn't 25 cents no more. So, I mean, you can say that, bro, but, it is true. The bag of chips used to be $1, now they $2. Remember the 25-cent bags? Now they selling them for 50 cents or, used to be 4 for $1. Now they 2 for $1. And they got more air than chips in them these days, too. But for one, those are established brands and established tastes most of the time. Now, the instant oatmeal, like the strawberry cream and peaches and cream, I don't know what they did to that. They took something out of that for sure. They took something out of that. I can't really explain it, but they took something out of that, bro. They took something out of that for sure. But your product, we don't know what your product is. We ain't seen you in a couple years, so I mean, how can we say, what your product is and what it isn't? At least when you buy, that water, which ain't no water, $40. I mean, for you to spend $40 of water, I got several cases over here from Sam's Club. I got 5 cases. I paid $15. I mean, depending how much water you buying, you know what I'm saying? If you buying expensive water and all that, maybe, you know what I'm saying? But He is right. The price of groceries has gone all the way up. Nothing could stop me. He is right. But guess what? Probably bought that brand of water before. You probably been drinking it for years, and you know what it tastes like. You probably bought them dollar chips that turned to $2 chips, and $25 bag of chips that turned to 50. You've been buying them for years. You don't mind buying a known commodity. You don't mind a little upcharge in the known commodity, because all of these are, other than water, the chips, that's essential. Boxing is essential. So let's, it's not non-essential. Excuse me. Water is essential. This boxing and chips are non-essential. But let's stick to comparing to non-essentials. Most of the time, groceries are essentials to you surviving and you living. You feel what I'm saying? So Keith can say what he want to say about he can say what he want to say about the price, but we don't know what type of commodity we getting. Barrios coming off getting knocked out. You fought almost 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And you coming off what? You coming off what? I mean, come on. People talk about Gary Russell. What about this guy? He keep coming back off long layoffs. And the difference between him and Gary Russell, he get what he want, like Pacquiao. He get what he want. So I mean, but comparing your fight to groceries, bro, like, bro, it's not even a comparison. Even if I got a full refrigerator of groceries, I go buy groceries for my deep freezer. I go buy groceries for another household before I buy this fight. And the undercard is stacked with small fighters. But let's continue on. He said, quote, "This is one of the most stacked undercards of the year." I mean, like, really, the year just started, right? Said Thurman, "I cannot guarantee you my next fight will have an undercard as stacked as this card. I'm going to be backstage warming up, watching every single fight." Continue quote, "It's going to be a great night of boxing." Thurman said, quote, "For the moment the pay-per-view hits, you're going to have action-packed fights. This is not just a Thurman show. I would love to take all the credit. The roster that we have is tremendous. I'm looking forward to sneak peeking some of these fights backstage. This is going to be some stuff that you're not going to want to miss. Josita Lopez versus Abel Ramos is one of them. Both of those fighters don't know how to move backwards. Someone is going to get hurt. Someone is going to need a doctor. I can predict that. Those boys are going to throw punches left and right, and they're not going to be moving an inch, and they're going to be trying to make a statement. Quote, I want my fight to be the best fight of the night. I cannot guarantee that with this. I cannot guarantee that with his career. You have a great fight throughout this whole night. This is not your average pay-per-view. This is not where you're buying Floyd Mayweather. This is not where you buying just one fight. This is a stacked card. And when you take that into respect, I think you'll understand why we're asking for $75 pay-per-view. This night of boxing that is true fight for the true for true. This night of boxing that true fight fans are not going to miss, said Thurman. So I put up the card. You make this. He says Thurman suggests inviting friends. Anybody that wants to keep their night of COVID safe, they don't want to go to the club, said Thurman. Quote, by the fight, invite some friends over and make them give you $10. He said, quote, I take the burden away from you. I ask them to bring a pack of beer, bring the fish and chips out, whatever you need to do, because it's going to be a great night. This is 2022, the year that we're in, and it's where we are in the world. It's going to be a great night of boxing, said Thurman. I don't think enough boxing fans would be willing to buy this. Well, this is my opinion. So I mean, it is what it is, bro. That's what he believe. It's what he believes. Sound like he reading off a cue card. Sound like they rehearsed this a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Sound like they said, Keith, you got to say this, Keith, and got to say that, Keith. And anytime you feel like you got to justify, you know what I'm saying? Anytime you feel like you got to justify something, or anytime you got to say, you got to bring it up, it ain't worth it. You know it. You should be giving us this for free, bro, because you ain't fought in forever. Not one brother on this card, but I keep two. Luis Neri and Carlos Castro. Look good on paper. Castro ain't had no loss. He recently just knocked out Oscar Ascadon in 10 rounds. Fernando Vargas Jr., I believe that is, taking on. So that's like they young in their career. I think that, yeah, it's Fernando Vargas Jr. Then you got whoever this is, undefeated fight from the country of Georgia. All small guys. I think it was really weigh. Around welterweight. He taking on Kent Cruz. Brother from St. Louis, pretty tall. So maybe you might be right, man. It's an interesting card. You know, Elio taking on Keenan Cabarja, Joel, nothing near. So I thought Abel Ramos. So I would say solid card on paper. So, but anytime you feel like you got to justify it, anytime it's a question, it's not $75. But we only can wait and see. The proof gonna be in the pudding. That's one thing we can see is the proof being in the pudding. So that's all we couldn't do is wait for the proof to be in the pudding. But yeah, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, that subscribe button, the bell icon button, hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications, go live and drop a video. Want to financially support the channel? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Best way to donate. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and subscribe button, the bell icon button, hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications, go live or drop a video. Check out the Box News Welterweight playlist. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram if you want to reach out. Have business question, inquiry, sponsoring video course. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.